The Bold and the Beautiful, a heart-wrenching goodbye to Liam and its far-reaching consequences as The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver emotional roller coasters. Viewers are faced with the most tragic turn of events in the life of Liam Spencer. After being diagnosed with a terminal brain tumor, Liam's journey comes to a heartbreaking end, but it leaves a trail of devastation that affects everyone in its wake. As the story unfolds, we witness the intense emotions and struggles that arise from the loss of a beloved character, exploring the impact of Liam's death on his family, his friends, and the complicated relationships around him. In this detailed article, we delve into the devastating timeline leading to Liam's untimely death and how the characters react to his loss. It all starts with the devastating diagnosis. Liam's life is turned upside down when it's revealed that he has a brain tumor. As his condition deteriorates, his once strong and resilient personality begins to fade. The tumor's growth is fast, and despite numerous attempts to combat the pain with medication, Liam's situation worsens. His vision becomes impaired, and the constant pain from his tumor leaves him bedridden, struggling to keep his sense of self intact. In the initial stages, Liam holds on to hope, but it is clear that no matter how much he fights, his time is running out. As the tumor spreads, Liam's memory begins to fail him. He struggles to remember his loved ones and is unable to connect with Steffi, the woman who has stood by him through thick and thin. The cognitive decline becomes severe, and his frustration with his condition turns into violent outbursts. During one such episode, Liam removes his breathing tube and 4 lines in a frantic attempt to escape the hospital and the confines of his failing body. This act signals the beginning of his final descent into despair. Steffi, who has been his unwavering support, panics when she discovers that Liam is missing from his hospital room. She frantically searches the hospital, calling out his name in desperation. But despite her efforts, Liam is nowhere to be found. It's a heartbreaking moment of helplessness for Steffi as she realizes the man she loves is slipping away from her in more ways than one. Liam's desperate escape and tragic accident. Liam, in his delirious state, leaves the hospital, driven by a singular thought: he must see Beth, his daughter. Despite his weakening body and deteriorating health, Liam stumbles through the streets, clinging to the hope that he might be able to spend just one last moment with his child. His vision is blurred, his balance unsteady, and his pain unbearable, but his love for Beth gives him the strength to keep moving forward. In his disoriented state, Liam fails to see the oncoming traffic, and in a tragic accident, he steps directly into the path of a vehicle. The impact is catastrophic. Liam is thrown into the air, flipping several times before crashing to the ground in a heap of blood and broken bones. His injuries are grave, and it's clear that his body can no longer withstand the trauma. By the time Steffi arrives at the scene, it is too late. Liam lies lifeless, his body battered and broken. Steffi is crushed, unable to comprehend the enormity of what she's just witnessed. The love of her life is gone, and there's nothing she can do to change it. Liam's last moments, a final goodbye despite the pain of knowing her husband is slipping away. Steffi remains by Liam's side. As he lays there, fading in and out of consciousness, he asks for Steffi, Kelly, and Beth. His final wish is to see his family one last time, a bittersweet request that highlights the depth of his love for his children. Steffi, though devastated, manages to get in touch with Hope, and the two of them rush to Liam's side. Hope, still in disbelief, arrives at the hospital with Beth in tow. As she enters the room, Liam's eyes light up with recognition. A weak yet contented smile appears on his face as he gazes at his daughter. He has held on for this moment, knowing that he would be able to see his child one last time. It's a moment of peace for Liam, as he closes his eyes and takes his final breath, surrounded by the family he loves. Hope, in shock and disbelief, watches as Liam slips away. She had hoped for a miracle, but it was clear that this was not to be. The man she once loved is gone, and she is left with nothing but memories. The death of Liam marks the end of a chapter for Hope, one that is filled with unresolved emotions, guilt, and sorrow. Stephies' grief and the fallout of Liam's death. Steffi is devastated by Liam's death. She has lost not only the man she loved, but the father of her children. The pain of losing Liam cuts deep, and she struggles to come to terms with her grief. Their life together, their dreams of a future, all shattered in an instant. Steffi is left to navigate the challenges of raising her children alone, haunted by the memories of the love she once shared with Liam. As Steffi deals with her own grief, she is also forced to face the reality that Liam's death has altered the dynamics within her family. Her relationship with Ridge is tested as they both struggle to find their footing in the aftermath of this tragedy. Ridge, who has always been a pillar of strength for Steffi, must now support her as she faces the overwhelming loss of her husband. But the weight of Liam's death is too much for both of them to bear, and it strains their relationship in ways neither could have anticipated. Hope's struggle with Liam's death. For Hope, Liam's death brings a complex mix of emotions. While they had been estranged for some time, the bond they shared as co-parents and their shared history cannot be easily forgotten. Hope is left to grieve not only the loss of Liam, but also the loss of the family they could have been. She must now navigate the difficult road of raising her daughter without him, all while dealing with the guilt of their unresolved issues. As Hope tries to move forward, she is also forced to reckon with the fact that Liam's death has left a gaping hole in her life. She is left with unanswered questions, unresolved emotions, and a future that seems uncertain. The grief she feels is compounded by the knowledge that she never got the chance to say goodbye properly, that their story ended too soon. The impact on the Forrester family. Liam's death has a profound impact on the entire Forrester family. Ridge and Taylor, who have their own complicated history, now find themselves caught in the aftermath of Liam's tragic end. Ridge, in particular, struggles with his emotions, torn between his commitment to Taylor and his deep love for his family. His relationship with Steffi is strained as they both try to cope with the loss of Liam, and the dynamic between them becomes fraught with tension. The Forrester family is thrown into turmoil as they all grapple with the consequences of Liam's death. The emotional fallout from this tragedy will be felt by everyone, and it will take time for each character to process their grief and find a way to move forward. A turning point in the series. Liam's death marks a turning point in the bold and the beautiful. The show has always been known for its dramatic twists and heart-wrenching storylines, but this death feels particularly devastating. The loss of Liam is not just the loss of a character, but the loss of a central figure who has been a part of the show for many years. As the Forrester family grapples with the aftermath of this tragedy, new relationships will form, old ones will be tested, and the consequences of Liam's death will ripple through every character's life. The journey ahead will be filled with heartache, but it will also offer the potential for growth, healing, and redemption as the family grapples with the ultimate question: can they find a way to move forward after the loss of someone so dear? Conclusion: the legacy of Liam Spencer. Liam's death is a moment of closure for his character, but it is also a new beginning for the other characters. As they deal with the aftermath of his loss, they will face the emotional challenges that come with grief, guilt, and moving on. The Forrester family will never be the same, but they will find a way to survive and rebuild. The Bold and the Beautiful will continue to captivate audiences with its complex characters, dramatic storylines, and heart-wrenching moments, as the family and viewers alike try to heal from the loss of Liam.